So Mikayla Nogueira is getting a divorce, and I don't think it's necessary to make a whole hour-long video like I did a few days ago, especially because that one was so recent. But because I'm getting so many requests for it, I figured I'd actually put together like a quicker video for this channel where we actually watch a announcement video and give some thoughts about it all. But before that, oh my god, don't look, but there's a huge bird behind you, and it's gonna take you away to an undisclosed, terrifying location, and the only way to stop it is to subscribe to the channel in the next 30 seconds because it's getting closer and closer. What's this? What am I getting here? I'm actually hearing that if you turn on notifications, it adds an extra layer of protection to prevent this from happening again. So I know you're scared right now, but there is a way out, right? Just subscribe. All right, I'm glad we got through that situation together, right? I feel like we've really bonded there. Now we can have a look at Mikayla's video. I've just clocked as well. You know, it's Valentine's Day as I'm recording this. How topical. Oh no, all the comments are turned off on like all of her videos now. Oh, that's sad. Oh, not these ones, to be fair. These ones are still on, but like the recent ones, the comments are off. That tells me that like the shit she's getting is actually maybe getting to her a bit, which, I mean, you can't really blame her. She just went through a divorce. Those suck. Anyway, let's have a look at the actual video, eh?
I want to stat this video by saying
Okay, I know I'm pausing way too quickly, but the fact that she dropped the accent for the L'Oreal ad.
This is the lash line. Got average lashes.
But she didn't drop the accent for her divorce announcement video.
I want to stat this video.
Boggles my tiny mind. Like, I do not understand the rationale behind any decision made in the last 2 sentences that I have uttered.
I appreciate you, and I love you, and you're gonna want to sit down for this video. I am getting a divorce.
No! Oh, fuck! I'm glad I'm sat down, because if I was stood up, my knees would have buckled, I would have fallen down and cracked my skull on the fucking toilet if I was in the bath. There's no toilet here, but I would have tripped so hard that I stumble all the way to the toilet just to crack my skull on the fucking seat. I mean, look, I understand how you got. I'm heartbroken right now. We went through that first trauma with the big bird behind you at the start of this video, and unfortunately, this is even worse, in fact. Like, this is worse than my life being, and again, I'm really glad I'm sat down. I hope you were sat down too. Statistically, you probably were sat down, or maybe lying down or something. It'd be really weird, actually, if you were watching this video, maybe on the treadmill, I guess. But like, I don't know how much I don't know how parasocial she thinks her audience is, to where, like, this is like a life-altering piece of information that you need to be sat down for. That's the sort of thing where, like, the doctor calls you to tell you that your mum has cancer. You need to sit down before they give you the info, because that's life-changing, right? That's really important information. But this affects us. This affects us. Nothing. It doesn't affect us at all. I'm trying to think of like an example, but it doesn't affect us at all. Her bracing people for it as though it's like an action scene or a build up to like a movie ending or something like that. I don't know. It's just really weird to me, because in my mind, that's something that you do when you're not being fully, I suppose, open in the video. You're like putting a bit of a facade on, which again, I'm not necessarily blaming her for, because I do think that when you're making a video as personal as this and you're going through something or detailing something that was very clearly, yeah, like, divorces can be traumatic. They can be very, very, maybe not like high-level traumatic, but they can be traumatic for sure. And some can definitely be like higher levels of trauma, but I don't think it seems amicable from what I know about this all. But nonetheless, it's still a very difficult situation to go through, especially when you've been married for so long. Maybe this is for the best though, because in the last video, we learned that Cody never went down on her, so hopefully the next man does, I guess.
Take a minute. Take it in.
Oh my god, what is this? Take a minute, take it in. I don't know how important she thinks this is to our lives. Like, does she think this is gonna ruin people's days? I say that. There probably is like a core fan base of people way too attached to her that will have their days ruined by this. And for the record, I am actually trying to use the word parasocial less as of recent, because I think it's overused on the internet. Like, if you see an influencer that you're a fan of getting married, for example, and you feel happiness because of that, I don't think that's necessarily parasocial. I just think that is the genuine meaning of the word empathy, which empathy is another word that I think is overused, but that is like the correct usage of the word, right? You see a happy moment in someone else's life, and you, as a result, feel a little bit of happiness inside. You know, that level of empathy, I guess, isn't an unhealthy parasocial relationship. But if there are people having their entire fucking days ruined based off of this video, I feel like that does veer into, like, actual harmful parasocial type shit. I hope that makes sense to you, but it's a strange concept for sure, and one that I'm still trying to figure out personally. Because there's this other thing where it's like, when you tell viewers that you don't want a parasocial relationship with them, all that does is make you seem more like a real person. That's something I've really been thinking about recently. It's deep. It is deep. Anyway, we've taken a minute. We've taken it in, so we can continue to watch the video off of her instruction. But before that, this video is sponsored by FreeCash. FreeCash is a platform that I've worked with before, and I'm happy to say that I've had nothing but positive experiences with. For those who don't know, they allow you to make money by doing simple and enjoyable tasks that you're probably already doing, like playing mobile games and completing surveys. And once you reach a $20 threshold, you can cash out immediately, which is especially impressive because other websites or platforms of a similar style sometimes make you wait forever before you can cash out. Some of them even make you wait until you reach $100. So needless to say, $20 is a pretty sweet deal. You can use PayPal, Bitcoin, Amazon gift cards, and more, so redeeming your earnings will never be an issue in the slightest. You just scan the QR code that FreeCash gives you after choosing a game you'd like to earn on. I chose Match Dragons for this one. And you even get a couple dollars literally just for opening the app. So that's 20% of the cash out threshold sorted for basically nothing. So you can imagine that especially after a minute or two, the path to cash out isn't going to be a long and arduous one. Obviously, this means nothing if the cash out feature doesn't work though, but I tried it out and wouldn't you know it, it's an absolute dream. Another great feature that FreeCash boasts is that it always has over 5,000 offers. So no matter who you are, there's always something new to try. They also have some of the best cashback rates and bonuses that I've ever seen. So even if you're somebody that hates in-app purchases, you could easily make a profit off of doing so here if you so please. In fact, a lot of the time, you just get the money straight back. Additionally, they also have an inbuilt referral system, so if you invite your friends and they use the service, you both earn more. Don't take my word for it though, FreeCash has a 4.8 rating on Trustpilot for very good reason. There's thousands of reviews on there too, so people really are getting paid. And best of all, if you sign up using my link in the description or scan the QR code on screen, you'll get a $5 bonus just for starting your first offer. Now, I feel like I need to make this clear every time, but I'm obviously not saying that you're gonna make enough to live off of using a service like this. But if you've got enough free time and want to have some fun playing games every now and then, or just passively make a few effortless bucks whilst you wait for your bread to toast, then I think that FreeCash could be a legitimately great service for you. So once again, if that sounds cool to you, then you can check out my link in the description for $5 free. Alright, back to the video.
I am getting a divorce. Cody and I love each other so much. We love each other so much. We would do literally anything for each other. I want you to know that. I'm not going to be sharing any details whatsoever as to why Cody and I have made this decision.
The whole, like, we love each other so much, we would do any... This is genuinely as though you sat down and told a child while you're getting divorced, and you're, like, that kid's parents. Obviously, you probably would tell the kid, like, specifics about it, so it veers off there, but I was getting that vibe for a little bit. If you labeled this video POV, you're my son, and I'm telling you why I'm getting a divorce, I would actually believe it for a little bit. I'd be like, damn, this is, like, kind of a fire comedy skit here. Like, bit of drama. Again, I can't with the fucking accent though, like I just seriously I can't get over that.
Main reason I am doing that is because I want to protect Cody. Cody deserves that. We both want to heal. Cody deserves to be happy.
Fair enough, but if you don't want to get into any specifics, then what is the next 4 minutes of this video? This is a 4-minute video, and we're like not even a minute in. I'm so curious as to what else could be said in this video. I'm not even someone to take the piss too much, like it's a divorce. I'm not a dickhead. I'm not gonna be like, this is so funny. It's not that funny, but like the divorce itself isn't funny. But the way that she's like presenting it to us as though it's this fucking world changer, there's a little bit of humor to that. Like take a seat, you're gonna need a minute to process this. It's like, bro.
Cody deserves to be happy. So do I. This is an extremely shitty thing. No one gets married to get a divorce. Absolutely no one. But what I can tell you is that this is very amicable. We talk every day. He comes over for dinner. He sees the dogs. Cody and I were together for 5 years, married for 2. And they are some of the best memories of my life. Memories that I will cherish forever. And I do not regret a single thing, nor does Cody. I know there is going to be so much speculation as to why Cody and I are getting a divorce.
Can I just say, like, the speculation is partly fueled by her. Because if you remember, a few videos ago, she was literally asking the audience for advice as to whether or not she should get a divorce from Cody. I didn't cover this in my last Mikayla video, but the one before that, there was I'm sure I can find it, you know, I'll get it up. There were literally people in the comments being like, oh, you need to leave Cody because he can't get over his addiction or whatever. And she was hearting those comments. If you want to talk about letting the audience get way too involved in this situation, then There you have it. Let me find it real quick. I don't want to just say this unfounded or without any corroborating proof on the screen. Yeah, it was this TikTok here, which I'm going to put on screen now without any of the music because it's copyrighted, where she sort of goes through every month of the year and how she was doing within those months, essentially. But then when it gets to December, she's like crying and shit. I'll skip to that part. There you go, that's December, and she seems very sad there. And then look at these comments. Walk away, you tried. Because she all but admitted that the reason she was crying is because Cody went into relapse, which was a very real thing that a lot of former addicts go through, and that isn't to be made fun of. But she is love-hearting comments telling her to walk away from the marriage. Walk away, you tried, with some grapes, I guess. I hope everything is okay with Cody. I know recovery is not linear. And again, she liked that. So it's like, you are giving us specifics. I know you're not now, but you were like 2 months ago. I've learned one thing this year. If it costs you your peace, it's too expensive. And again, she's liked it. Recognize your worth. If this has to do with Cody, know that healing him isn't in your control. That's on him. Love him from a distance, sending you strength and love, sweet girl. Can't wait to see you blossom in 2026. And again, she's love-hearted it. Like, that is undeniably very strange behavior from someone who allegedly wants to keep everything private, which I believe her. I do think that now she wants to keep it private, but like, that was a huge fuck up about a month or two ago. Maybe she was going through like an emotionally vulnerable time, I guess, and just wanted to vent and felt as though liking comments, I guess, alleviated her from some form of stress. I don't know. Or maybe, unironically, the divorce has absolutely nothing to do with his recovery or his addiction. I find that unlikely based on how much she's told us about that, but it's possible. I don't want to speculate too much because I think it's incredibly disrespectful to do so, so I guess we'll just let the video keep playing.
But I want to guarantee you that no amount of speculation, no one claiming they know why we're getting a divorce, no video from a T page or a drama channel knows why Cody and I made this decision. The only people that know why Cody and I made this decision is Cody and I. I just want to make that very, very clear.
Oh, you know what? I've just clocked as well. The snark Reddit is going to have a fucking field day with... We have to see what they say after this video, but you know what? No, we don't. But we will. Because I fucking hate that Reddit. I hate all snark Reddits, to be fair. But like, the shit I'm imagining they're saying about this... Oh man, it annoys me just thinking about it, genuinely.
One thing I want to ask is Cody and I are in this together. And I see a lot of times when people get a divorce or separate, people try to pit people against each other, pick sides. I'm asking you not to do that. Cody and I are in this together. Please don't pull us apart. Second thing I'm gonna ask.
Yeah, it's this fucking accent. Please don't pull us apart. Is that gonna work? Like, if someone was watching this video planning to like try to pull you apart, is that speech there gonna go, oh, you know what, mate, fair enough. I was about to, but now that you've asked me not to, I won't do it. It's like, if someone's planning to do that, then they're a fucking arsehole. I don't think you saying that's gonna prevent them from being an arsehole. It's worth a shot. I understand it though. I'm being an arsehole now. I do get it. Do I though? I don't know. It's just, I guess I've never gone through and never will go through a divorce this public. It's not like Cody is an influencer or someone online by any means. I'm trying to imagine, like, if I got a public divorce, would one of my fears be, would I feel it like justified to ask the audience not to try and pull me and my ex-wife apart? I honestly don't think I don't think that would be on the forefront of my mind, but this Mikayla Nogueira does have a notoriously more toxic viewer base than I do.
Cody and I have been very open about his struggles with addiction. And I'm going to ask you if you can please leave that out of the conversation. They are two separate things. It is had enough as it is to be an addict and to struggle to stay sober. What happens now? Well, the reason I'm pretty put together in this video is because we made this decision last year. And I've spent the last few months processing this, a lot of crying, a lot of talking to family, friends, therapy, everything you can think of, to get to a place where I can make this video.
Yeah, I mean, that all makes total sense, by the way. I'd say I believe her and all that shit, and I do believe her, but like, it's not even worth talking. It really is none of our business. Again, I find it really, really uncomfortable that she's like being like this personal with us, but it's not, regardless, it doesn't make it our business. So I'm not even going to get too into that whole aspect of things. Also, she's saying the divorce and the addiction have nothing to do with each other. I'm going to respect her wishes and believe her. Not that I plan on like joining Reddit and fucking speculating the reasons for the divorce later on in my fucking channel's life. But regardless, I'll still respect the wish. As should everyone else, by the way. But again, I suspect that the fucking snark Reddit won't even try.
I just want you to know that I appreciate the support that you have shown Cody and I over the last 5 years. You guys rooted for my relationship and my marriage so hard, and I appreciate it so much. Cody and I are both terrified. We're entering a completely new chapter of our lives, an unexpected chapter, and we're embracing it. And even if it's terrifying, it's exciting too. Listen, sometimes life has different plans for you. And Cody and I have both accepted that. So what happens now is nothing. I have been going through this with Cody for the past few months. Shit's tough. There's a lot of crying. There's a lot of emotions. But I'm still going to show up every day. And I'm still going to do my cute little Valentine's Day videos I do every year. And nothing really changing on the work side. I'm still going to be creating my beauty content and my makeup content. But I just want you to know I'm still here. Anyways, hopefully I've said everything I wanted to say. And I appreciate the support. And again, please don't tear Cody and I apart, because that's not what we want.
Okay, again, I think the video is like totally fair enough. It is bizarre. Don't get me wrong, it's definitely fucking bizarre. There's so many things about it that befuzzle, bewilder, confuse me, just like to no end. I cannot imagine making a video like this at the news of my divorce, for example. I'm trying to think, what would I actually do if I went through something similar to this? This is not me like saying, oh, Mikayla, you should have done this. This is me purely like thought experiment. What would I do personally? I'm trying to think, like if I had a wife that was in the videos regularly to the point where they became like a character in the videos and that, and we got divorced, would I even feel the need to make a video, or would I just make a post? I think I would honestly just make a post, because at the end of the day, it's none of your business. At the end, like it is none of your business, genuinely. I think if we were like a couple's channel, or like a family channel, there's a lot more reason to make a video. But it's not as though Cody was a major part of the content to where everything changes without him. But, you know, she wanted to make a video, and that's totally fine as well. If I had to make a video, I think I would probably have, if me and my ex-wife, I can't believe I'm saying, like, this is so weird to just sort of hypotheticalize, but if I had an ex-wife and we were still on really great terms and we still loved each other, it'd probably be good to have her in the video just to show the audience that we do genuinely still love each other. I think that makes the most sense, especially if they were in the content regularly. And it'd be a very chill video that isn't like all this like somber shit telling you to take a seat, or it'd be like, hey guys, look, just a heads up that me and my partner are divorcing. Totally amicable decision, no drama or anything. We're gonna be a good father to the cats. Good father. We're gonna be a good co-parenting household to the cats. And that's about it, really. Like, what else could I possibly say? There's nothing really else. There's nothing else to say. Like, that's all you have. I don't know. What else would I possibly, like, oh, please don't tear us apart, by the way, because Prince and Sugar and Canelo wouldn't like that very much. And we wouldn't like it either, to be fair. Does the internet have the power to tear you both apart? Surely if you love each other and, like, you're good with each other, the internet doesn't have that that's on you. If you fucking hate each other in a matter of months, that's on you. It's not the internet's fault, is it? Yeah, I don't get it. Like, tell people that they have the power to do that. Strange, in my opinion. Like, if I was that, if I was doing it, I'd be like, there's nothing that can tear us apart. Not, please don't tear us apart, because you absolutely have the power to do that. You catch my drift here. I do find it a bit weird, but at the end of the day, that's the response video. I don't think it's too offensive or anything. You know, fair enough. They got a divorce. Divorces are hard. I don't want to take the piss too much, so, yeah, good luck to her. I do want to go over some responses to this, of course. I think we should start with the Snark Reddit, though, just to see what they have to say about this. Maybe they'll be mature for once. Maybe. This is a great comment. Shocking to see this happen to someone as honest and genuine as her. That's actually quite fucking funny. That's not the Mikayla Nogueira Snark, though. This is LA influencer Snark, so maybe they're not as targeted in their harassment. Alright, here we go. Cody and Mikayla divorcing! These people care more than her actual fans, by the way. Please use the pin divorce mega thread pinned on the top page. All about me. Well, like, yeah, it's her divorce. Why the fuck would she talk about you? Again, man, this Snark Reddit, it's so funny how much of an arsehole everyone on it is. What is this comment here? You're taking a minute or two to remind everyone about his issues with sobriety during a divorce announcement. She absolutely wants people to keep talking about his sobriety and speculating that they split up because she was so traumatized by being married to an addict through his relapse or something to that effect. Like, this whole comment is unhinged, by the way. Like, yeah, I agree. The way that she was acting around a recovering addict, having alcohol in the house, going out drinking a lot, it was a little distasteful. But again, it's not really our relationship. I can disagree with the methodology of how she was acting and what she was doing online. But at the end of the day, it was their relationship, and you still wish them well, because why the fuck wouldn't you? Like, you wouldn't wish that he goes back into relapse or that people are making his life incredibly difficult, right? And you're getting shit like this. Also, I still have money of him fucking other girls when he first moved out? I'm just waiting for someone to spill the tea on that. Is that what you spend your days waiting on? Most people are waiting for, oh, I can't wait for Friday when I get paid or something like that. I can't wait for my girlfriend to come back from work so we can chill and play video games and eat food together. And then you got this fucker on the Mikayla Nogueira snark Reddit. I can't wait for someone to drop the tea that Cody, this man, not millions, hundreds of thousands of miles, no, a significant amount of miles away from me, who I've never met and never will meet, cheated on a girl who I also never know and will never meet. Sitting down and like dropping the bombastic act to make like a somber video and stuff, I think is fine. It worked perfectly fine. It can actually be good for like audience engagement and connecting with people who watch you. It comes across as way less real when you keep the phony accent up. So that's my take on it all. I'm gonna leave the snark right out of it though, because they're all fucking losers, to be real. Let's have a look what people on the internet think, eh?
I need a lot of you to unpack your internalized sexism while you're criticizing Mikayla Nogueira, because like, it's all sexism. At most, you should be neutral to her. Like, to even hate her doesn't really make sense. She really hasn't done much. She really hasn't done much. I like her content. I'm not big into consumerism anymore, so some of her hauls are just not for me, but most of the time she's fine. But for her to go through a divorce...
Off the bat, I actually do agree. I think people are way too harsh towards Mikayla. I know I make videos on her, but these are nowhere near as scathing as a lot of the stuff that you see about Mikayla. I do hope I get across, like, in my videos that I make about Mikayla Nogueira, that I am not, like, coming from a place of hatred or fucking despising the person. I come from a place of, like, I think what she does online is hilarious, and I like to look at it and laugh and sort of figure out the nuances of, I don't know, just sort of wee irregularities that I find humorous and can make a video about, if that makes sense. You know, it's not like other videos where I get like actually heated and fucking hate the person that I'm talking about. I'm not backtracking, by the way, because it's not as though I think Mikayla is a particularly good person. Like, there's a lot of false advertising. I think the accent thing is fucking cringe. I don't think her products are very good. I think the over-consumerism stuff is dirty for sure. And I don't like the way that she was acting around her recovering addict husband. But of course, all of that into account, it's not as though she is a fucking horrific person, and there is no evidence for that either. Unless you think those things there are enough to make someone like a fucking piece of shit. But yeah, I do think a lot of the Mikayla Nogueira discourse is like just riddled with sexism. The same way a lot of the Lily Tino stuff is riddled with sexism. And I've made Lily Tino videos before as well, and a lot of it is me defending her, because as much as I don't think that she is a particularly good person either, it's still funny to make the videos and talk about stuff that she's doing that I find to be funny. But just like Mikayla, a lot of the discourse within the Lily Tino stuff is riddled with transphobia. Like, if Lily Tino wasn't trans, then I don't think she would be receiving anywhere near the amount of shit that she is currently. In fact, I don't think anyone would give a fuck. Like, genuinely, I don't think anyone would care. So I don't think they're being overdramatic here at all. Like, I totally understand where they're coming from.
Struggled with addiction, and she, like, has never, ever, ever disparaged him. She has never, we have no idea the details of what went on there. But the implications that you guys have made, the hoops, the leaps and bounds you have jumped to get to your conclusions blows my mind. When she met him, he was in treatment. We all know that. She, despite the stigma of dating somebody who has addiction, she went the long mile with him. She tried. You can't say she didn't try.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much there was. I don't doubt that she tried. I don't know for sure. I'm not part of the relationship, but I'm seeing a lot of people on the Reddit especially saying like, oh, she only got with him because she needed a man to be in the... It's like, bro, she's Mikayla Nogueira. She could have gotten... There's so many men that she could have got to be in the content with her. It's not as though Cody is like this incredibly special man that is like, there's no other bloke that could have done what he did in the content. They were definitely together for the same reason that every other couple is together. Because ideally, they love each other.
Or videos and comments of her, of people being like, well, you had alcohol in the house, so you're basically the reason why he couldn't stay sober. What? Or just like, well, if you weren't a content creator, you'd still have a husband. It's like, you have no idea. You have no idea why those people broke up.
Yeah, to say that Mikayla's the reason he couldn't stay sober is fucking ridiculous, but to criticize the action of having alcohol in the house whilst he was in recovery, I think is totally valid. But again, it's just sort of that over-exaggeration, the jumping hoops and bounds to get to that conclusion, which a lot of people obviously are doing. Also, if you want an influencer, you'd still have a husband. It just doesn't make any sense because she is an influencer. So if you're a bricklayer and you divorce your wife, and then someone says, well, if you want a bricklayer, you'd still have a wife, and it's like, well, it doesn't fucking matter, does it? I'm a bricklayer. What do you want me to do? Go back in time and change my career path?
If you had to divorce your husband, you understand that you're creating a culture where everyone will say it's because you failed. You failed your marriage. It's your fault. You should have changed all these things about you to accommodate your husband so that your marriage could work. And if that means your career has to go, then your career has to go. If that means you can't keep certain things in your house, then you can't keep certain things in your house. Like, you're supposed to absolutely bend to the wills of your husband. That's the implication you guys are giving with the criticisms of Mikayla. And I think,
yeah, no, honestly, this girl's speaking a lot of facts, but like, if you do have a recovering addict husband, you probably shouldn't have alcohol in the house. Like, I will stand by that.
I think it's fucked up. It's not nice. And I hate telling girls to be nice. I hate it. But fucking stop it. Be nice. Stop being mean to her. Like, it's so fucked.
Yeah, I'm with her, to be fair. I think this is a totally fair enough video. But with that being said, I still think the divorce video is funny. Not in like a mean dickish way. I just think it's funny. I just think it's funny how much she thinks we fucking care about this all. Although, judging from a lot of these people's reactions, it's very obvious that some people do care about this. Way too much, to be honest. So, if anything, I kind of understand it. But I am glad that people like this exist and videos like this are coming out, because it sort of reminds me to rein it in a bit if I think I'm being too much of a dick as well. And by the way, you guys can do the same. Like, if you think I'm being too harsh or being a fucking arsehole at points, feel free to tell me, because I try my best here, but every now and then something slips through the cracks.
Mikayla is exactly why I hate content and influencer creators. Because y'all are so far removed from reality that you think everybody gives a fuck about you or what you're going through in your overprivileged life. Like the audacity for her to tell us to sit down and take a minute to process her divorce. Bitch, that's not my dick.
I wouldn't exactly call it audacious of her. I just think it was incredibly mellow and over dramatic of her. Like, I'm not insulted by the fact that she thought I would give a fuck. I know it wasn't, the thing is, it wasn't targeted towards me, was it? It was targeted towards people who do genuinely care. It wasn't targeted towards this lassie either. So, I do get it. I'm not gonna act like airheaded and act like I don't get it. I do. Because there are some people who are way too attached who do genuinely really give a fuck. And I don't think that's healthy. But as much as I can acknowledge those people exist, it doesn't mean that I'm not allowed to find the fact that she clearly thinks the audience cares so much really fucking funny. But yeah, again, I'm not insulted by it by any means. I just think it's funny. It's that simple.
It is Friday and my paycheck still has not been deposited into my fucking account. So you, Miss Nogueira, or however you say that shit, better hope that motherfucker hits soon or you're gonna have some bigger problems because I'm coming to rob you. Talking about I'm getting a divorce. Take a minute. Bitch, how about I take 30 seconds to tell you why you're getting a fucking divorce? It's because you're a terrible fucking person.
Okay, alright. Things are going downhill a little swiftly now. Is she a terrible fucking person? I don't think so. I don't think there's any evidence for that whatsoever. Unless you're playing very fast and loose with the word terrible. Like, if your definition of, like, a bad person is someone who's terrible, because I think there is a good reason to call her a bad person. All the filter stuff, especially with other celebrities as well. That's something I forgot about, using other people in the photos where the filters were on, it makes them look worse as well. I'm not cool with that shit either. I just think the word terrible is a bit of a strong word. Like, there's no hatred towards her. I don't think she's terrible. I just don't think she's good.
At this point, just take your little coin and your little brand deal and go sit the fuck down somewhere. For all that money and notoriety you got, you sure don't have a good PR team, because who the fuck will let you waste gigabytes posting that shit? Don't nobody give a fuck.
I thought that video was pretty funny until she started talking about how, oh, the divorce is obviously because she's a terrible person. In terms of the whole sobriety thing, the only thing I will give is that as much as she says that we shouldn't be talking about the sobriety thing, the fact that she brought it up 2 months ago in TikTok comments, liking comments like that, like, if you really don't want people to talk about that sort of thing, then that's really fucking irresponsible, especially if it affects Cody as much as you're saying it does. You done fucked up there. Whether it was intentional or not, you really fucked up there. That's a really shitty thing to do. Again, do I think it makes her a terrible person per se? I guess that's subjective. I personally don't think so. It definitely makes her worthy of criticizing though, which is why I don't feel too bad making videos like this. She is very worthy of criticism, and she is very funny to laugh at when she does things that are unhinged. But aside from that, I don't really wish to over-dramatize any aspect of this to make it like a juicier story or anything along them lines, and I'm pretty sure at this point in my channel, if you're like a long-time viewer, then you know that about me, and hopefully you can respect that. I see a lot of YouTubers whenever I'm like researching for these Mikayla Nogueira videos, right? And it'll be like, oh, the stickiness in the armpit kit, for example. channel, and there's a commentary YouTube. I'm not going to say any names, obviously, and they're sat there like, when things like this happen, to be honest, it really fucking pisses me off. And I'm like, bro, like, it's a grift. Like, it is a grift. No one really, you don't care that much. It's okay not to care that much. You don't need to be deeply invested and fucking despise what you're talking about in order to make an entertaining video out of it, in my opinion. Although some people are just incapable of being funny or telling jokes or having any sort of charisma, so they feel like they need to overcompensate with strong emotion, I guess. I think part of I did not expect the video to take this turn, but I think part of like the fun in making commentary videos is half the game is having fun yourself. Like, as long as you're having fun and enjoying what you're talking about, that translates directly through the camera and the audience sort of feed off of that. Again, empathy. This is like the good use of the word empathy. And they start having fun as well. The same way that if you're like a stand-up comic or you're doing like open mics and that, the best bit of advice you could ever give to someone is have fun. If you're having fun on stage, the audience will have fun, because if you're on stage, you're nervous, sort of jittering, shouting, emotional, but fucking really scared and shit, the audience picks up on that, and they're not gonna enjoy it at all. You have to be having fun for other people to find what you're doing to be fun, in my opinion. Obviously not in all walks of life, but stuff like commentary and comedy and public speaking in general, I think that's very much true.
And you're gonna want to sit down for this video.
What is wrong with influencers? Like, what is wrong with you? Okay, listen, I mean this in the nicest way possible, because I know the girl's going through a divorce, but it's just strange. Okay, so if you didn't know, this is Mikayla. Mikayla is a beauty influencer on TikTok, Instagram. She's got like 17 million followers on TikTok and like 3.5 million followers. And this video, she was announcing her divorce in a very strange way. I love you. I appreciate you. You're gonna want to sit down for this. As if she's announcing it to like loved ones or like a family member or to the person she's divorcing. You're gonna want to sit down for this. I'm divorcing you. Oh, and it gets worse.
I am getting a divorce.
Okay.
Take a minute. Take it in.
I'm sorry, that's weird. That's so strange. What kind of parasocial relationship do you have with your fan base? It's just strange. Like, these people are just strangers on the internet. You don't have to announce that you're getting a divorce, right?
Yeah, he's bang on. He is bang on. And the thing is, I feel as though some people might come to the defense of, well, it's not her fault that the audience love her this much and they really care about this whole thing. But it kind of is, because it's videos like that that perpetuate that sort of parasociality, parasocialness, parasocial energy. Fuck it. I don't know what to say there. Like, if she stopped making videos like that one, telling people you need to sit down for this, if it was more of a chill, hey guys, look, just to let you know, I'm getting divorced. It's nothing personal. It's also none of your business necessarily, so please don't try and make it your business. We still love each other. Everything's totally fine, but just a heads up, if you don't see him in the content later on, then it's because we got divorced, right? We separate. But if you do see him in the content, just know that we're not together anymore, right? He's just around because he's a good friend of mine and we still see each other. There's no ill will. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll catch you on the next one. Obviously, that's not like a perfect fucking video. Maybe do a few takes, but that sort of casual vibe, I think works a lot better than whatever the fuck she was doing. Although, to be fair, like, if she did do that, everyone would accuse her of not really giving a fuck or not loving Cody. So it's difficult. Like, I understand why she feels the need to sort of act a little bit in the video. I guess it's just complex, man. Like, the inner workings of these people's minds with 20 million followers, whatever the fuck she has, and how that many people watching your videos constantly and seeing you out in public and like knowing you in general affects your brain chemistry and how you think about how you make your videos. Like, I don't think I'll ever understand what it's like to be that popular.
I can honestly say that I have never seen a divorce announcement like Mikayla Nogueira's. That was actually insane. From the beginning when she told us to sit down, like, what am I sitting down for? Like, I gotta take the... Whew.
I think that seems to be the general consensus on this video, is just how fucking over dramatic it was. But again, as much as I'm laughing at it, I do get it. But I think the fact that I get it makes it even funnier. Like, the fact that there are genuinely people who care that much, to me, is funnier than her just saying it into a fucking void. To be fair, I'm actually quite happy for people who class Mikayla Nogueira's divorce as like a big problem in their life, because it must mean that they're doing pretty fucking well. But yeah, I think her content is largely the exact same since then, which makes total sense. Look, you got this one, May You Be Extra Wet Tonight, and that was recorded on Valentine's Day, which will be yesterday for everyone watching this video. And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had a good Valentine's Day. I think that's a good place to end the video because my cat Sugar is going fucking mental. Like, she keeps meowing at literally everything right now. Luckily, maybe she wasn't sat down during the divorce video and it got to her a bit too much. You want to say bye, Sugar? I think we're ending the video here. Thank you all very much for watching, and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed, and if you didn't enjoy, also subscribe to the channel. I want everyone subscribing to the channel, right? You might want to sit down for this, take a minute, but there are some people who genuinely aren't subscribed to the channel. Sugar says bye. Bye, everyone. See you later.